Remedy science is here. I don't even know how to do this video. This is the biggest announcement that we've ever had on the channel, and I have dreaded making this video, quite honestly, we pushed this off till the very end of shooting. Why? How do you present what you worked on to people for the last 2.5 years? It's kept you up late nights. You've exhausted yourself making this, and then you're presenting it to the people that you made it for. Some of you may have picked up on it. I've been kind of teasing it over the past few months, but this is my skincare brand that I've been working on for the past 3 years.
Dr. SHAH skincare line. This is a huge day, and he's not lying about that. Like, I'm surprised he slept at all last night. The last thing I think he said before he went to bed was the same thing he's been saying for a long time. It's like, how do I present this? Like, how can I talk about this to everyone here? So super exciting. I've been able to just kind of partner along, watch this grow over the last few years. This has been a ridiculous labor of love, but I have high expectations. This better be exceptional, or else I'm going to be very disappointed in him as a human being and as a professional.
So the brand is called Remedy. Why did I call it Remedy? I wanted to take out a lot of the confusion from skincare. This is a problem solution-based skincare line. We started with the problem, and then we created very bespoke solutions to those problems, and they're remedies. They're not miracles. I think people inherently trust the idea of a remedy that's passed on from generation of generation. These are remedies that are passed on from scientist to scientist through clinically backed research that's passed on now into your hands. And so hopefully you find these to make sense with everything that we've talked about over the past 3 years. I tried to incorporate every principle we've talked about, every ingredient that we've shown to be effective, and put them all into some products. So without further ado, let's talk about Remedy. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 products that we're launching. But before we get there, I think we need to talk a little bit about the lead up and how we got here. So for the last 3 years or 3.5 years now, people have been leaving comments about, oh, you should make your own skincare line because you're educating us about different skincare. And Dr. Maxfield was saying that even brands have said things to him.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for, brands to reach out, even just very graciously, and say, hey, thank you for the videos. Like, we used your ideas to formulate this product. Like, or very specifically, like, we used exactly this video to create this product line. And like, it's very humbling, and we're very thankful that we've been able to influence things like that. And I think we have hopefully moved the needle forward in the skincare community and product quality in general. I think dermatologists across the board have actually reshaped the landscape of skincare. But then at the same time, like, we'll see something, and I know Dr. Shah's seen something. He's like, I want to add this one thing. I want to do this. And so I've watched him wrestle with the culmination and like putting together a complete idea over the last few years. It's pretty interesting to watch. He has definitely put a ton of sweat equity into this. But that's some of the story behind this. Is just like, we've seen people use the ideas, and Dr. Shah was like, I can do this. Like, I can make this complete thing.
Yeah, this whole process in general has been super humbling. We never thought that we would have the platform that we have. We started creating content, just us buddies hanging out. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything grew so fast. And it's super humbling that brands reached out. They wanted to work with us. We consulted on product development. And like Dr. Maxfield said, a lot of brands said, hey, this product we created was based on your video. I really thought to myself at that point, like, are the products we're recommending, what percentages are the concentrations at? What do they have in them exactly? And what do they not have in them? Where are their ingredients coming from? When they do the testing, they do it on a broad range of skin tones. How much testing do they do? Is it hypoallergenic or tested on sensitive skin? All these questions I had about the product development process, a lot of it we take at face value, and there's tons of brands that I still trust and respect and will continue to recommend to all of you. But I thought I could create products from the very beginning to the end and really control the process based on everything that we've educated on over the last 3 years.
It's all so deliberate. Like, I think that's been my word and our word now for the past few years. Dr. Shah is meticulous and detail-oriented to an annoying level. This is like a good outlet for him to use those skills. So I'm super excited to see the final product. I've been a part of this sort of from the beginning. I've watched it unfold, but I have not seen the complete and final product. So I'm very excited to see this.
So the best way to explain the brand is that I started with the problems first. So the problem first that we saw in a lot of our audience would be dark spots. So we have a remedy for dark spots. And before I show the product and talk about the ingredients, the way that we formulated this was said, okay, here's the dark spot problem. Then I went to the research. I combed through hundreds of research articles and I looked at the best ingredients to treat dark spots. These things we've all presented to you in the past. So I took all these ingredients, I put them in tables, I ranked them based on effectiveness and studies that have been done to head, and I came up with this ingredient list that I thought was going to be the most effective to treat dark spots. Then I took this list and I presented it to some of the best cosmetic chemists in the country, and they spent the last 2 years stabilizing these ingredients into one formula. And so one of the challenges is if you take 10, 11 active ingredients or very effective ingredients and you put them all in one formula, a lot of times either they cancel each other out, they dissolve from the solution, they start to create a bad odor. And so this is something that we had to figure out, is like, how do you stabilize these very effective ingredients into an all-in-one solution? That's been an insane process, very timely, very costly process, but we were able to do that. And I'm super proud of essentially what we created. So we created those and then we tested them to see that they were effective and stable over time. And so now presenting Remedy Science.
Dude, finally, this is like 15 minutes into this video and I'm finally getting to see the stupid product.
All right, so here is the box that'll come in if you order it. Everything that's on these boxes, every piece of artwork was selected meticulously, painstakingly. Like, I now appreciate so much every detail of every brand because everything is a decision. Everything is somebody making a decision on it. We have the branding on the front. We have please recycle, derm developed, skin health first, clinically tested. You can't even tell that these emblems are part of it. Then on the side, brilliantly so, we have remedy, right? But then you turn it and it says not a routine. And then it says remedy. And then it says not a miracle, not a routine, a remedy. Not a miracle, a remedy. So it's supposed to be having a conversation with you. Nobody else will appreciate that other than the team that worked so tirelessly to put this together. Then when you open up the package, you get a little note from me, and it basically talks about why we developed the brand, and it tells you to scan the QR codes if you want to learn anything more. It talks about some of the things that are important to us, like cruelty-free, vegan, fragrance-free, and all the products being clinically tested. We have a headband. I don't know if it's going to still be available by the time this video launches because it's launching as a pre-launch, but if it's still available, you can definitely check this out. This is the silk headband that I use in all my videos that you've seen with some Remedy branding on it. And then we'll talk about the first product. So this is Remedy for dark spots.
All right, take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, so Remedy for dark spots comes in a light brown, teal, tan package. It's maybe white, I'm not sure. I'm most interested in the ingredients, of course, so let's look together. The highlighted ingredients, we have retinol. We're all familiar with that hero ingredient. We have mandelic acid. Yes, this is one of Dr. Shah's favorite exfoliating acids. Kojic acid, glutathione, licorice, tranexamic acid, niacinamide, silymarin, acetylglucosamine. This is a pretty stacked list. Like, this is kind of getting stupid. But there's something I expect. Anytime I see or eat dinner with Dr. Shah, I expect to see turmeric. And there it is. There it is. And I don't think that's even all of the actual ingredients here. Like,
no, it was too many actives to put it on just the side panel, so we left things out. Like, there's THC ascorbate vitamin C. It's not even listed. It's soy in here that's not even listed. So there's so many ingredients in here that help with dark spots that we couldn't even fit on the side panel because there are so many. So this is the dermatologist developed all-in-one treatment to fade the appearance of dark spots and promote an even skin tone. There is a little QR code that you can scan to learn more about the products. Cleanse, treat, protect, which was one of our first videos ever. And this is the treat part of your skincare routine. So in order to use this, you'll cleanse first, you'll apply this all over the face at night, a pea-sized amount, and then you'll moisturize afterwards. Super simple, super effective. Everything that I thought of on this packaging is everything we've talked about in videos. So hopefully you see that this is something that I created thinking about the principles that we've talked about over the past few years. Then you open it up.
nice.
And then you have Remedy for dark spots. So we chose airless packaging, airless pumps for these products because we were using retinol, which our retinol is encapsulated, and we're using kojic acid and silymarin and tranexamic acid. These four ingredients have a tendency to oxidize if they're not put in more stabilized packaging. So this was actually a recommendation from our cosmetic chemist to put in airless packaging so that it would have a longer shelf life for people. Now, this is a product that you will notice color shift in. This is actually kind of an important statement to make. depending on when you get it, it may start to change colors from slightly a lighter cream to maybe a little bit of a darker cream as well.
Oh, I love that. So here's actually a thing. I've seen a lot of brands develop products, and a lot of time they'll add dyes. So if you ever get to like your, even your ketoconazole shampoos, your selenium sulfide shampoos, they'll add coloring because they're afraid that the consumer will be afraid of the color changes or the inconsistency. So I love this. I actually think it shows his trust in you to be able to like be confident despite like nuances change in colors. I love that.
It's not meant to smell good. I don't want anyone to ever tell us our products smell good or that the color is beautiful. These are meant to smell like science, as they say, to look like science, and so you'll notice some shift in it because these are meant to be just have the things that are effective and really nothing more.
I'm actually interested in what this smells like. Can I try it? So on the package, ingredients on the back, it tells you what they do, which I really like, just for those who are nerdy like myself and want to learn more. Is there a reason there's a moon on the front?
So the moon on the front, so like I said, everything is a decision. It means it's used at night.
Yeah, perfect. Just for those of you who aren't sure, pump works well, like a good volume per pump, like a very deliberate volume per pump, I'd say. Sometimes you get too much, sometimes you get too little. Shockingly, it does not smell bad. For a lot of dark spot treatments, you'll find like they smell pretty odorific. This one doesn't smell at all. Texture, like obviously, like this is a very biased opinion, but texture's solid, like super light, but with body. It's not drippy, it's not thick. All right, subjectively, nailed it. Like that's fine. Great job.
It's a lightweight gel texture. This is, I don't want to like bias against any of the other products, but texture wise, this is the best product we've created by far. I mean, I like the texture on this is incredible. The odor on this was one of the biggest challenges that we had because we put a high concentration of glutathione in this product, and glutathione releases sulfur and it smells like rotten eggs. And so they had to stabilize glutathione, which was a nightmare. That took like 4 or 5 revisions just to stabilize the glutathione so that it was odorless. So now we have this sort of odorless product, but it smells like science. It's not a bad smell. It's not a good smell. It's a neutral smell. But this product is super stacked for dark spots. You can watch our video on what causes dark spots in general, but I thought about the 3 causes, like on the molecular level that's happening with dark spots. And I picked very select ingredients to target all 3 steps very effective, from the formation to the transfer to the deposition, in order to really eliminate dark spots so that you could have an all-in-one treatment at night. These are meant to really simplify people's routines. So you're going to cleanse, you're going to apply this product all over the face, and then you're going to moisturize at night, and that's going to be the only step that you're going to need for dark spots.
It is pretty hard to argue against that because in my mind, even just playing, I like to play devil's advocate even more in real life. Like if you get me in an argument, I'll take both sides just to like frustrate you. I'm trying to think of what I would want to add to this, and the only one, I'm like maybe prescription hydroquinone, but then of course practically like this is an over-the-counter product, so I don't know. It's ridiculously complete. Like if you're going to start for dark spots, or if you want a complete dark spot product, I think this is successful.
It means a lot that Dr. Maxfield believes in what I'm telling him essentially right now. It's like it believes in the products and would recommend them. So he's a critic, and him and I argue separately off camera about like ingredients, and we challenge each other to be better constantly. So for him to approve the product or think that it's a great product, it means a lot to me.
You know what's funny? So for those of you who've been with us for a while, this is actually true. And that if you watch our old videos, like there are times we would disagree like on camera for the first time. And it took us a while to figure out how to like come to terms with that. But then we just realized like, this is like a two-person channel. It's actually okay to have dissenting opinions on the same channel. And so we'll present both perspectives. So like, yeah, this is true. We will disagree, debate, and come to some non-mutual conclusions sometimes.
It's life. Dr. Maxfield would have added fragrance to these products.
Probably would have.
Really important with dark spots from an education standpoint, and we'll do a whole video breakdown of this product probably at some point. Before we dive too deep into it, sunscreen. Definitely tinted sunscreen in the morning when you're using any dark spot treatment, especially a treatment like this. It's going to be very clinically effective. You could start every other night until your skin gets used to it. If you've never used retinol before, you may want to start every other night. If you're already used to retinol, then you can probably start by using it every night.
Yeah.
Next up in our box of wonders, remedy for pore size. Can you shrink your pores? No, but you can minimize their appearance. And this is really a treatment to help remove sebaceous filaments and control oil production. And we'll talk a little bit about the ingredients, but presenting to Dr. Maxfield and to the world, remedy for pore size.
It's actually a pretty bold product because pores are difficult to treat. So like it's a very bold to go ahead and slap the word Pore on a product. Like, I think that's actually a very bold move, which isn't surprising. Dr. Shah is definitely the more brave individual between the two of us. Sorry, I broke your packaging.
You ripped my packaging.
I hope you have more of this.
I only have one. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so anyway, it has the stamp still. We're going to go flip to the ingredients here. And we have retinol. Okay, so this would compete with the other product. You wouldn't use both, but this is, again, targeting your specific skincare concern. Salicylic acid, naturally. Niacinamide, green tea, and then perlite. I'm like obsessed with the functionality of oil glands. This is a weird thing, but this will both decrease oil production. Salicylic acid will break up the oil, gently exfoliate. You will decrease oil production again with green tea and niacinamide, and it will absorb oil with perlite. I'm optimistic that this is going to be an extremely helpful product.
We've talked about this, and you've seen any of our pores videos, our sebaceous filaments video. Like, you can watch those videos before these products were even available, and I'll let you watch them unbiased. I basically put everything in there that we talked about that was effective for these things. Retinol, again, foundational in your routine. Like Dr. Maxfield said, really important to note, you don't use these two products together. Now, if you really wanted to get fancy, which I don't think that you need to do, but if you really wanted to and you said, okay, I have a lot of larger pores and I have sebaceous filaments in my T-zone. You could put this in your T-zone and then use the dark spot on the rest of the face. I don't think that you need to do that. You can use this product all over the face, or you could use that product all over the face. Now, we're saying that product is for our dark spots. This product is for pore size, texture, and sebaceous filaments. But the truth is, because this has retinol, this has niacinamide, this has salicylic acid, it's going to treat a lot of different things. It's going to have texture benefits. It's going to have even anti-aging benefits. And the same thing with the dark spot treatment. Because it has retinol, because it has mandelic acid, because it has this brightening ingredients in it, it's going to be very effective for many more things.
I mean, that's just the nature of like these functional all-purpose hero ingredients. I kind of like this for the simplicity of it, like, because for the layperson, like, I have pores. You look in the mirror, I have pores. What can I do? You go to the store, you see something that says pores. Thankfully, this will be a very effective pore ingredient, unlike just good marketing from, I guess, other brands. I've never said that relative to Dr. Shah, but like some other brands will just market well, but not have a functional product. This markets simply with a good backbone.
Right. So the marketing was meant to be simple, and maybe it's overly simple. I guess we'll find out, because of the formulas are complex, right? They're complex formulas for a simple routine. They're complex formulas with simple branding. Hopefully that resonates with people, because I think people want simplicity, but we did all the work so that essentially you don't have to do the work. There's other ingredients in this that we didn't mention. For example, kinein. Kinein has actually been shown to minimize the appearance of pores, especially when used in conjunction with niacinamide. There's a really good study on that. And so I was really thoughtful about a lot of the ingredients that we used in this formula. And now you can do our texture test.
I'm really excited about this product. It's kind of something I want to incorporate immediately.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice. So now the packaging, same. So we have the airless pump again, same nighttime routine symbol, same ingredients and what they actually do on the back.
No, other way.
Oh, yeah. I break a lot of things. Very lightweight gel lotion texture. It's nice. If you have oily skin, you're going to love this. It's also kind of comforting. Like, it has enough body where it feels soothing as well. I'm going to have to let this dry and then look in the mirror, because I do like ingredients that are going to mattify. And based off the ingredient list, I think it's going to slightly mattify, but we'll see. I know this is a nighttime product, but I think you'll actually appreciate that, how this makes your skin feel if you were awake. If that is at all helpful.
You could use it during the day. I mean, our retinol is encapsulated, so it's meant to be stable during the day, but I really like this more as a night treatment. If you're going to use it during the day, definitely wear sunscreen with it. This has a much higher percentage of retinol. It's 3 times as much retinol that is in the dark spot treatment. So definitely, if you're new to retinol, you're going to ease into this. And we did notice that people who were naive to retinol in our study, so this is important, and most people won't communicate this to you, but there was a small percentage, about 5% of people in our study, that did get irritated from the retinol if they were naive to retinol. Now, people that have been on retinol before didn't experience any irritation, and anyone who was using it every other night also didn't experience any irritation, but people that were using it every night did notice some irritation, about 5% of people. So if you're new to retinol, it's really important that you use this every other night until your skin gets used to it. Again, going a little bit more into packaging, which I haven't really talked too much about other than the stability component of it. I didn't want any caps that you could lose. I was obsessed with this idea to maybe a fault. Trying to find packaging where the caps don't pop off is actually somewhat challenging. And so I wanted the cap to not get lost, right? Like I lose my caps every time that I travel, and I find it incredibly frustrated when my product spills all over my bag and destroys everything. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves. And so every product that we will come out with will be either capless or have on a screw-on cap that you can't lose or can't fall off. This is really important to me, and maybe it'll be important to some of you, but this is just letting you know some of the nuance and thought that went into every single thing that we created here. And even like the peek through of the color, and when you pull it up, having it come up, it kind of like is almost like a vial. There's something very clinical about the appearance of that. It dispenses a perfect pea size amount for you to use over your entire face. Again, every other night until your skin gets used to it. This is meant to be an all-in-one treatment to minimize the appearance of pores and eliminate sebaceous filaments. Beyond procedures in the office, we were able to stabilize everything that we wanted to in this formula.
That's impressive. Pretty complete.
The last product for the launch, and this product is for everyone. This is the only product that's for everyone. And maybe that's bad to say as a brand that the other products are not for everyone, because you have to have these concerns. You have to have uneven skin tone that you want to improve. You have to have sebaceous filaments or larger pores that you want to improve. This product is for everyone. Remedy for dry lips.
This is like very impactful to me. So I've been on like this lifelong journey to find the perfect lip balm, and I grew up in Colorado. The place is dry, and I had chapped lips my whole life. I don't really suffer from it as much now, but I still swear the majority of chapsticks and lip balms out there are horrible for your lips. Important to me is like what's not in a lip balm. Like again, I'm more gracious with fragrance and other parts of your skincare. The lips are super sensitive. I think it actually perpetuates a lot of problems. And so I take this personally. I want a perfect lip balm, and I'm excited to see what this ended up being. So we have no fragrance. I'm assuming no menthol, no camphor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, it's definitely correct. No linalool, no lanolin. So all of the offending agents that are in most lip balms are gone. That's like actually the first thing I look for in lip balms is like what's not in it. Then we have our functional ingredients. With ceramides, your lips will certainly benefit from that. No one talks about that. That's good. Squalane, hero oil, love it. Peptides, outstanding. We're seeing that in lip balms. This is perfect. Then petrolatum. So we all know Dr. Shah's favorite lip balm is just like your 100% plain white Vaseline. So this makes a lot of sense, and it's an outstanding lip balm.
There's also dimethicone in this.
Dimethicone, sunflower seed wax, shea butter. Yeah.
So my whole thought was a lot of just pure petrolatum, it just sits on top of the lips. And everyone's complaint is, well, it just sits there and my lips aren't hydrated, but they feel protected. So I thought, could I take a pure petrolatum and put in all these hydrating, almost like double moisturizing the lips or slugging the lips. It's like a lip slug, essentially. I thought, could I take the protective layer and then pack in all these hydrating ingredients so that our lips would feel hydrated even once that protective layer was removed. And so that was my thought process with this. And I've been super frustrated by dry and irritated lips and just feeling like I had to constantly apply my chapstick. I honestly created this for myself, but now it's available for all of you. All-in-one lip treatment. It also has the peptide that's very popular in almost every lip treatment, every glossy lip treatment that's available out there. It has what we call Maxilip in it, which is a plumping peptide that you can use on the lip. So again, this is still in lab packaging, so you'll just have to try it.
Well, let me finish rubbing on my lips before I tell you. By the way, there's like no good way to apply lip balm. I've decided, like, functionally it's always awkward, and I do this swipe where I remove the excess. It's kind of weird. It's good. So here's what I'm looking for in a lip balm, and it's hard to get both parts. I want it to feel hydrated. So I want it to feel hydrated when I put it on my lips, but I don't want it to like disappear afterwards. Like I like a little bit of you feel like it stays on, it's protecting like some residual protection there. This feels really hydrating. I would say it even errs on the hydration part even more than like if you use like a beeswax lip balm. Like this just, it feels nourished.
Oh, thank you for the glowing review there. He's an unpaid actor in this mission here. With this product, I will say, of all the products that we've created, and I've had friends and family and testers testing these products for the past year, this is the product that I get phone calls on of like, and what I really think is cute, and I hope people start referring it to this, is people text me and they go, I need more Remedy, which I really like the way they're using the brand name. I need more Remedy for my lips, which to me like sounds really cool, and I hope people use it like this in the end. But this is the product I've gotten the most refill requests on because people love the way that it makes their lips feel. So this is a product that I don't go anywhere without at this point, mainly because there's nothing worse than having dry lips for me, especially when you're like on camera and you're thinking about the whole time about your lips being dry and you feel like you have to lick them, and then you know that it's only making your lips worse if you do that. So I take this with me everywhere I go. I hope that you all love this product.
I'm most excited about this lip balm too, but it doesn't make sense because my actual skin concerns are mostly dark spots and pore size. So like, I don't know. It's like he created this skincare line for me. He created this skincare line just for me. That's like all my skin concerns.
I have to look at him all the time, so I'm like,
He's like, bro, you ugly. Let me fix this.
That covers the entire launch of Remedy. Like I said, I put everything that I have into this. This is everything that we've talked about over the past few years. I really thought about creating products that were solving problems. None of these formulas exist in the concentrations and combinations that we created today, and we'll continue to innovate along this product line. We have other exciting launches that will come out throughout the year, and we're really trying to solve people's problems. So if in the comments you want to leave things that you would like to see us create, that will help us drive innovation. Actually, a lot of what we created with this products, many of you didn't realize. I was doing a lot of polling either on Instagram or on YouTube or even on lives, trying to inform what packaging we put these in, what ingredients we wanted, what people wanted to actually purchase, what things people were actually looking for, what people felt were deficient in their skincare routines. And so many of you informed the creation of this brand. Not only did you inform it, but you also gave me the platform to launch it. So super grateful for all of you. Hopefully you can see how much thought and effort I put into these products to try to make them truly unique and different in the space. And hopefully they help to solve your skin problems. To me, the greatest outcome of all this is what comments I've gotten or emails I've gotten over the past few years. That's kind of my North Star to give everyone an idea. I got an email once from somebody who said, I stopped watching your content because my skin improved. And I just wanted to say, you showed up on my feed again, and I wanted to send you an email saying, thank you. You helped my skin get better. And because of that, I don't need to watch skincare videos anymore. So to me, if these products are able to help people's skin and get them towards their goals, to either improve their confidence, people have told me they've gotten modeling gigs, that they've felt more confident in their job, things like that, like where they actually have an impact on your life. Please let us know. Those are the things that are going to mean the most to me as we continue to develop and innovate this brand, is having an impact, a real impact on people's lives. So that's our North Star, is not just making more products to fill more landfills, but to make more products that actually help people's skin. So thank you all for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can shop the Remedy products at remedyskin.com. You can sign up for our mailing list and you can know future product drops. But thank you all so much for being part of the Dr. Lee community. And hopefully we can invite you to our Remedy community next.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. It's fun. If you've been on this journey, this is like a big moment for the culmination of a lot of things. But we always appreciate you, always very thankful, and we will see you next time.